have some things that I want to confess. The intro to this topic says I'm supposed to talk about the importance of confessing because people who don't never grow. Like, for instance, if person A is dating person B, and person C is told by person B that you are not to sleep with person A, but person A told person B and communicated back and forth that it was in fact okay to sleep with person C, and person C... Like, for instance, if person A is dating person B, and person C is told by person B that you are not to sleep with person A, but person A told person B and communicated back and forth that it was in fact okay to sleep with person C, and person C doesn't tell person A that person B said, hey, you can't sleep with this person, it's important to actually confess to that other person that you weren't supposed to sleep with them because they don't know, and you wind up cheating on person B with person A. That's why I like to tell people when I do stuff, or am wanting to do stuff, or thinking about doing stuff, or whatever. You tell people. That's why I like to tell people when I do stuff. Or
that's why I like to tell people when I do stuff. Or
you are, and so you can grow as a person because you're honest with yourself. Without further ado, let's sketch it up. I've been dead soon anyway, knowing my reputation. I don't know what to say to you. What you just confessed to me is unforgivable. Maybe so, but what's next? I believe you should be arrested. Where's Al? Calm down, Chief. I mean, if you fired your weapon, would it even kill me? Get on! So I'm supposed to talk about my dad lying to ex-girlfriend, being caught in a lie, and them only... About my dad lying to ex-girlfriend, being caught in a lie, and them only confessing when they were caught and cornered. This is what separates, you know, the liar from the truth teller. There are people who say things, you know, like, hey, I'll be there at 6 o'clock, and you're not there at 6 o'clock. That's not a liar. That's a person who didn't actually follow through with the plans they made because they didn't at the moment know that they wouldn't be able to make it. People with an IQ of, like, I don't know, 90 could probably comprehend that concept. No, a lie is something that you say, that you know for a fact, when you say it, that it's untrue.
a lie is something that you say that you know for a fact when you say it that it's untrue.
And that's why I say, you know, I'm honest because, and that's why I say, you know, I'm honest because, and that's why I say, you know, I'm honest because I literally think about telling the truth all the time in the moment I'm telling the truth, and I don't ever go, that's a lie, but I'm going to say it anyway. Outside the time when people ask me if I'm okay and I'm not okay, and I just tell them I'm okay anyway because I don't want to talk about it. If you guys started posting fan art with me having a double chin, oh, that would really get to me. And if you wrote the word custard under it, you just like Photoshopped my face with the word custard under it, double chin, fat, James. I don't know what to do with cashiers and so forth when they ask me how I'm doing today, because if I say the truth, I'm miserable, I want to die. I want to die. I want to die.
I want to die.
That's going to create an incident. No. And alternatively, I could just say, I don't want to talk about it, which is awkward. I could also just remain silent, which is awkward. Because technically, if you think about it, it's not even really a lie. I am physically okay, you know? I'm physically okay. So I guess I haven't been lying this whole time. Been lying this whole time.
Been lying this whole time.
Which makes me 100% honest. Lit. But no, I did catch my father once in a lie because I had just beaten him up and went to juvenile hall.
Pleased to meet you. I'm out, Greg.
For the weekend, they let me out Monday without charges or anything like that because I guess my dad didn't press charges. It doesn't really...
For the weekend, they let me out Monday without charges or anything like that because I guess my dad didn't press charges. It doesn't really...
charges. It doesn't really look good when your son's in jail, especially a guy who cares about his reputation that much. Anyway, when I got home from juvenile hall, I think I had a bracelet on my ankle. My father went through my journal, he went through my computer files, you know, and I looked through the last day they were opened, and I was in juvenile hall when they were opened, these files. So I confronted him. I said, "Father, did you access my computer files?" My father, with his stupid blue eyes and his pointy nose, he responds with, no, I didn't. And I'm like, well, Father, I have access to the files and the history of when they were last opened. And they were opened when I was away, so it had to have been you or your wife. Her name history of all the people on Pornhub. Okay? Me personally, I have a huge stepmom thing still. I have a teacher thing still. Women of authority, and rock band singers. And also aunts, the mom and the aunts together. Nobody's as honest with you guys as sometimes I'm amazed by the I tell you guys. Specifically, there's a and in this the mom and the aunt are fighting over the adult man's and wow, this is disgusting. But I just wanted to make sure you guys understood how demented men get. And
look, decimated. It's decimated. Oh, it's decimated. Look, decimated.
Dobbs, be careful. It's decimated. It's decimated, Dobbs. Hi, and I somehow chopped up potatoes and plowed the field for some corn. So it's decimated, Dobbs. Hi, and I somehow chopped up potatoes and plowed the field for some corn. So delish. We're superior.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord.
I had to sing that all the time as a child. Look how I turned out.
Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got.
Okay, by the way, this is kombucha. This one does not smell and taste like pee, but a lot of them do. There are many like it, but this one is mine. So we're supposed to forgive people when they confess, so they can know they can come to you and be honest with you without punishment. And you know, I've been both ways. Like, there was this girl that I dated.
Alright, let's find those adult photos of my ex-sister-in-law.
Oh, Ray. Holy shit, how are you just chill about looking at Lois Griffin style? Don't worry about it. What's up? What's up? What are you doing? Oh, my ex-sister-in-law's a I just wanted to check out her. Ew, dude. Why are you punishing me? I just told you the truth. Because it's disgusting. Okay, you act like you wish you married your ex-sister-in-law instead of your ex-wife. Wow. Holy shit. You really do wish you. Wow. Wow. Cutting a little deep there. Okay. Dude, I just came to me. Okay, we need to get somewhere safe.
Target down. Proceeding to 2 Bravo.
Yeah. This.
Room clear. Checkmate. Yes. Yeah. I'm a bad.
And they gotta deal with it somehow. You know, that's the difference between the internet and real life. See, people in real life, they get it. They know what puberty is, they know what going through puberty is, they know that when you're a kid, there's no accountability. That's why you don't charge like 10-year-olds as adults when they murder their parents. But when people hate you, they owe you that you did when you were 13 to haunt you forever. And you know, and I'm glad that the person wiped their nose as I approached them, and I backed off, because it's weird. It's one thing to stepmom, that's hot. But to try and kiss your cousin, yuck. And my system of logic is pretty much parallel with the majority of men out there. And I say this because, you know, there's this episode of South Park where everyone's outraged by the idea of a male teacher with a younger student. But nobody's outraged by the idea of a younger student with an older female teacher. We've all been that male student who wanted a teacher. Pretty much every guy has wanted a his teacher at some point. And we as a society look down on women. We think women are weak. We think they're pathetic. We think that they're always damsels in distress, helpless little people. We view women as inferior. And because we view them as inferior, we decided to say, oh, well, a male teacher being with a student who's female is fucking awful. But a male older teacher who's female, well, that's fine, because again, we don't view women and men as equal. That's ism, and that's how your dad operates, that's how your brother operates, that's how your male cousins operate, that's how your grandpa operates. It is a cancer in the collective consciousness of society. This disproportion. We pretend everyone's equal, but
You know he kissed his own cousin.
nah, he tried to, but failed. Memories were weird when he was a kid anyway.
So trying to kiss your own cousin is okay.
You never did anything weird as a teenager?
Bro, I'm like 1,000 years old.
So you don't even remember anything you did?
Okay, maybe at one point I killed a few orphan toddlers.
Jesus, you Onision?
Criticism is easier when you're not the target, I suppose.
Where the is L, by the way?
Do I know?
Thought you were like a god or something.
Correct, but I'm not impotent.
You mean omnipotent? Everyone said her cry was fake. This is another situation where reality doesn't match internet culture. Internet culture is just a bunch of dumb teenagers who are talking their nothing better to do. That and all your dads Googling wolves adult writing hood. Millions of views, people. That's your dads. Your dads are doing it. But no, I went to a funeral and I saw everyone crying pretty much the same way as that chick who was crying about Jeffree Star. Trying to expose him and failing and everyone turning on her, etc. You know, internet culture. So she did have been real crying, and you guys were probably wrong, and that's what's hilarious about you guys is a lot of you don't even care that you're wrong. It doesn't even matter what the truth is. That is kind of hilarious because it kind of shows that y'all aren't what we're your sense of integrity, your sense of justice, right and wrong, all these morals that you project, can't admit when you're wrong, can't confess your own flaws. And lastly, I felt like this was kind of important to pull out. I have met quite a few people who have quite a few people who have me over, you know, and I've people over too, in the sense that, you know, when I don't like them, I kick them out. Like, you don't catch me harboring emotions very often, just because I typically tell people how I feel right away. Anyway, I've kicked a few people out of my life, and they wind up going totally ape shit. So the question is, do I regret meeting these people? And I gotta say no. I mean, like, people just talking like I can't say I regret meeting these people because I would have never learned how people are without having known them. And in that, I wouldn't know how to deal earlier in life rather than later with the ness of human beings. Like, I literally have like these dumbass motherfuckers writing me going, oh hey, your husband Kai is so cute and you're so handsome if you ever want to meet up and blah blah. Is anyone else sick and tired of caring about what people say and whether or not they're allowed to say? Don't we all just want to basically be able to say whatever we want and not have anyone get all butthurt over it? That'd be cool. I think it's like the First Amendment or something. Anyway, thank you for supporting me on Patreon. Bye. fucker. If this is on Patreon, I will be checking out your comments, so thank you for rating this video from A to F, and I will try to improve my art if it needs improvement. Thank you for your awesome feedback. Boob squeeze.
Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got something to show you. You know what that is? That's old Greg's vagina. I got a mangina. I'm old Greg.